Hello everyone. I would like to talk about the magic circle. The magic circle is often drawn on the floor within which a magician stands to practice magical ceremonies. This drawing is a pentagram within a circle, with the top of the pentagram pointing to the east. It is associated with all four cardinal directions, north, east, south, and west, and with the four elements in alchemy, earth, air, fire, and water, and with evil, light and life, goodness, and darkness and death. The colors green, yellow, red, and blue are also associated with the northern, eastern, southern, and western quarters of the magic circle, respectively. The magic circle is actually an imagined sphere, half above ground and half below, and is also considered a representation of the world. This half-sphere above ground resembles the dome found in the March 26, 1987 True Life in God message, where a spiritual battle takes place. During the opening by Watchtower magical ceremony, as described by Constantinos, the magical practitioner follows a path starting from the south, then to the west, then to the east, and finally to the north. Christianity has nothing to do with magic. However, if you were to understand Christianity in terms of the magic circle, the path would be the inverse of the path described by Constantinos. The practitioner would start from the north, then to the east, then to the west, and finally to the south. Other details of the magic circle can be found in the description of my video entitled Psychotheosophy. To better understand the Christian path, we can look at the negative colors associated with the northern quarter of the magic circle, which are black and red. Here, black represents the black land called the Kemet, which is a river basin in Egypt, and the red represents the Deshret, which is the dry red land of Egypt on either side of the Kemet. The color black is associated with evil in the northern quarter of the magic circle, but it is also associated with darkness and death in the western quarter. The color red, which can also be found in the southern quarter, is associated with goodness and the will of God. A person begins his journey in the north, deciding between good and evil. If he chooses evil, he will also find darkness and death. If he chooses goodness, he will find light and life. As this person perseveres in goodness and the will of God, he will participate in the death of Christ, who is the light of the world. The color blue, as with green, red, and yellow, is a wavelength of light, while the color black is an absence of light. As a person participates in the death of Christ, he also participates in the salvation of souls who are in sin. If the souls in sin decide to follow Christ, they will be spiritually resurrected to light and life. However, even though they may follow Christ, these souls are still imperfectly good. Therefore, they will need to persevere in goodness and the will of God until their wills are perfectly united to God's will. Perfection is also associated with the eternal life of heaven and the color white. Like the color yellow, the color white is associated with the eastern quarter of the magic circle. Hell, which is eternal damnation, is associated with the color black, which is an absence of light. Revelations 21 reveals that there will ultimately be no darkness or death in the world, but instead only light and life. Since the colors green, red, and blue are wavelengths of light, refracted from white light, the unity of these colors results in the color white. Matthew 22, verses 11 through 13 also describes an outer darkness for those who choose to not follow the will of God. The circle is significant. The Hebrew word Galilee means circle. On June 2, 1991, visionary Nancy Fowler received a vision of a circle of white light on a wall. She then heard Jesus say, "I am a circle," encouraging people to follow the 10 Commandments. On November 24, 1987, visionary Vasula Raden received a vision of a circular light from which 2 other circles proceeded. These 3 circles were explained to represent the Holy Trinity. However, the devil deceptively appears as an angel of light. And in the 3rd Enochian key, described in the Satanic Bible, Satan is quoted as also saying, "I am a circle."